My wife is at work show.
Welcome back to another episode of the My Wife is at Work show. You may notice I don't have a mic anymore. We automatically, instantly broke those mics. First week we got them. That's what you get when you order them from Amazon. New mics coming next week, also from Amazon. Maybe just a little more expensive this time. But this week we will have no mics. It's just going to be my pure voice, which I'm sure Rachel's going to love. This episode, we're going to cover a lot of different topics. There's a lot of big news to talk about in the Rachel world and in my world, and just in general. But first things first, today's episode is sponsored by nobody. Still at 5 subscribers. Pretty sure half of those are me and Rachel. Subscribe. Yeah, come on, man. Subscribe. Our first segment of the week.
Austin's Weekly Obsession.
My obsession is TS12. Taylor Swift last night announced her brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl, which Rachel and I were live following. We streamed it on the TV and everything and watched the countdown and went on the store and all that stuff. Rachel's very excited. I'm also very excited because I think this will be possibly Taylor Swift's best album ever. Maybe since 1989. Hot take, 1989 is Taylor Swift's best album. I've come up today with 3 theories to hold us over while we wait for the potential release date and the Wednesday episode of the New Heights podcast, where I'm assuming she's going to reveal the album cover and talk about the release date and all that stuff. Theory number 1, what is the album going to sound like? I am under the impression that the album is going to sound similar to Sabrina Carpenter's recent sounds on Short and Sweet, or even Chappell Roan on Rise and Fall of the Midwestern Princess. I think it's going to be very 80s inspired, very synth heavy, almost dancey, happy, positive music, which I think is very similar to 1989. It's going to be like the anti-Tortured Poets department, I think, because she's in such a positive, happy portion of her career and life. So I think it's going to sound like that. Theory number 2, I think the album is going to come out on October 13th. I believe that's the day it said on the website when pre-orders would be done by. It also said that wasn't the release date. They're lying. That's the release date. So it's going to be about a 2-month wait for this album to come out, since today is August 12th. Early episode because Rachel went in 2 days early this week. LOL. I think it's going to be October 13th. I think that's when she's going to release it. That's what it says on the website. I don't know if that's going to be true because most new music comes out on Fridays, so it could be like the 9th or whatever that day is, the 10th. It's probably going to be in October. I'm going to guess the 13th. That's my solid guess right here on the show. And the last theory I have is I think the Eras Tour documentary is going to be released prior to all of this. We have about a 2-month window, it sounds like, here to get this album based on the shopping website with the album vinyls and all that, and the merchandise. I think she's going to release the documentary for her tour before that. I think that's going to be the build-up. She's going to use that as promotion for this new album. It's going to be part of this big promotional cycle I'm assuming we're going to get, because Taylor Swift is one of those artists that really thrives off of promoting. So yeah, really excited for TS12, The Life of a Showgirl. I'm very excited. I think this could be a very good album. I'm excited for Rachel too. She's off the walls excited. All right, our next segment.
Austin Sports Saloon.
NFL preseason has started for our teams specifically. The Broncos absolutely demolished the 49ers. Didn't really mean much because a lot of starters don't play in the preseason. Bo Nix looked like his usual self, little game manager, throwing, a little 2-yard pass here, a little 5-yard pass here. Nothing too far though, nothing past 10 yards. Homie's got a high completion percentage, calling it now. Bo Nix going to lead the NFL in completion percentage. Broncos look good. Backup guys look good. I don't know. Preseason really doesn't matter because if you level with me here, the Lions, the year they went winless, won every single preseason game. So just, think of that in the back of your head when you're thinking about preseason results for football specifically. Broncos look pretty good. I got high expectations this year. I think they are going to be a consistent playoff team, like I keep saying. For the Packers, unfortunately, they did not look so good this first week. Jordan Love is apparently having surgery to repair his thumb, I believe, or one of his fingers. So that's not great. This first game of the preseason, so still some kinks to work out. You're dealing with a lot of backups and such. The Jets were thoroughly impressive against the Packers, I thought, with their secondary players. Not secondary like defense, like secondary on the depth chart, like backups. I do think the Broncos are going to be better than the Packers, respectfully. I think they're going to make the playoffs, and the Packers maybe won't make the playoffs because it's a really tough division. They do play each other, though, so I guess we'll see what happens when they play each other in Denver in December. I think it's in December. I don't remember. Yeah, so first preseason games, really fun. NFL season is here, so that means fall's coming up soon. We love fall. Better weather. Here in Arizona, it's super freaking hot. All right. Our next segment...
Lovebirds Book Club.
Ooh, that's the sound of the pizza I made that was going to be done by the time I was done filming this. I'll probably edit that out, though. All right, we're back. Pizza's in the oven. We only have one oven mitt for some reason. I don't know why that is. LOL. This week for Lovebirds Book Club, we read Savor It. Not a fan of this book. This might have been my least favorite book we've read this year so far. Coming off the high of reading Carrie Soto, which was really good, and then reading Broken Country, which was excellent. One of my favorite books of the year, if not my favorite. Savor It is a very bland read. It was really a chore to get through, if I'm being honest. It follows these characters, Sage and... See, I don't even remember the characters' names half the time. Sage and Fisher, and they're in, like, Oregon, and Fisher's a chef, and Sage takes care of animals. You could probably skip this book. This is probably better left as an audiobook being read to you, so you don't have to put effort into reading this respectfully. I gave it 2 stars out of 4, or out of 5, I'm sorry, 2 stars out of 5. I really don't remember a lot that happened in this book, if I'm being honest. It was pretty fresh of a read, and I really just have no recollection of really anything that happened. Spoiler here, it all works out, as most of these books do. The characters have really silly names. I don't know why they're named that. I think some of the plot situations are kind of dumb. Things happen that could be totally avoided. It's something that could probably have happened in like a short story format, like less than 30 pages, 20 pages. There's not a lot of emotional depth, I feel like. I just really didn't care for this book at all. This was probably my least favorite read of the year for Lovebirds Book Club. Hopefully more exciting things in the future. That does not mean I don't like when Rachel chooses these kinds of books. I will still read them. I love reading. I will read anything. This next one I know is going to be a banger. I'm calling it now. All right. Our next segment...
Sporkle Quiz of the Week.
So for this week, I am going to be trying to name every Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in order from oldest to newest. I have not followed the MCU in about 3 or 4 years because it's really gone downhill since they had the last Avengers movie. I'm going to try my best here, though. Let's see if we can cook. All right, the screen recording is going to work this week, hopefully. You bastard. All right. Here we go. I'm so stupid. All right, I believe the first ever MCU movie was The Incredible Hulk. I just got it wrong on the first one. What the heck? Did it not do it correctly? Hang on, let's do this. Let's do this bitch again, come on. This witch. LOL. Okay, Sporkle sometimes it's very hard to scroll. It's exactly 6 minutes, I really love that. Alright. Here we go. The Incredible Hulk. It's not The Incredible Hulk? Is this quiz correct? I thought The Incredible Hulk was the first ever MCU movie. Oh! Oh my freaking gosh. It's because now they count those I think they count the older movies now as like part of the canons, like the old Spider-Mans that weren't technically considered part of those movies. Or does it mean old as in like time-wise? No, it says, can you pick the film in the MCU in order of release date without making a single mistake? In order of release date? Is it Iron Man? Okay. Am I stupid? Did Iron Man come out before The Incredible Hulk? I could have sworn Hulk was first. So now is it The Incredible Hulk? Oh my gosh. I am so dumb, my guy. And it's Iron Man 2, I believe, right? Oh, wow. Okay, I'm scared now. This is like a landmine. I don't want to step on the landmine. After Iron Man 2, is it like Thor? Okay. Oh my god, I'm so scared. And then after Thor is like Captain America, right? The first one. Oh my gosh. And then after Captain America is the first Avengers, right? And then right after the first Avengers, is that like Iron Man 3? We're cooking. We're absolutely cooking right now. And then after Iron Man 3, I think is either Thor 2 or Captain America 2. I think it's Thor 2. Yes. Oh my god. And then I think it's Captain America 2. Okay. And then we're in like 2014 right now. So Captain America 2 comes out. I'm pretty sure the next one is Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm on the edge of my seat here. It is Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw that movie in Vegas with my dad. July 2014. Look it up. I have pictures. I have proof. Very fun time. Very great movie. Amazing. Classic. After Guardians of the Galaxy now, are we still in 2014 or are we in 2015? Oh my god, I am so freaking nervous right now. So after Guardians of the Galaxy, is it Avengers Age of Ultron? Oh, yes. Oh my god. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. I only have 3 minutes left. I don't think I'm even going to finish this. After Age of Ultron, I think, is Ant-Man. Oh. Oh my god, this is so nerve-wracking. So we're in 2015 right now. So 2015. Holy shoot. I think it's, oh my god, I don't think I know. Is it Captain America Civil War? It is. Oh my gosh, I saw the movie like 5 times. It's so good. I love Captain America Civil War. So it's Civil War. We're in 2016 now. So in 2016, oh man, no. So now we're getting to like, is it Black Panther? Is it Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Oh shoot, when did Guardians of the Galaxy 2 come out? Is that 2017 or is that 2018? I think it's longer. I think it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Fuck. Shoot. All right, let's see what it was. I got more than the average. I got about a third of the way there. You're telling me Iron Man is always 100%? Oh my god, dude, I'm stupid. Oh wow, it doesn't tell you unless you get all of them. Well, I guess we'll never know the answer to that. Well, that was hilarious. I'm gonna turn this off. Did this even record? Wait a second. I don't think this even recorded. Oh my. You're joking, my brother. That's crazy. I'll put it up on the screen. I'm gonna get this figured out at some point. Still early on in these episodes, man. I'm gonna get this at some point. That was hard. Submit your sporkles for next week. Our last segment of the week.
Music, movies, madness.
These are the 3 best things in entertainment I saw this week. Rachel and I finished The Perfect Couple. Then it fell off hard. I looked at the IMDb ratings in between us watching the first 3 episodes and the second 3, and I was like, why is it so low? Why is it like in the 6s? This is a pretty good show. No, it's an alright show. Go watch my Baby Butter reviews on it, if there is even one that I do. This show takes a bit of a nosedive, gets a little out there in terms of like why did a character do this? Why is this information withheld? Why did this happen? Why did X? Why did Y? Why does Z? You can probably skip that one. It honestly, really good first 3 episodes. I'd rather have just ended the show on the first 3 or 4 episodes not knowing possibly what happens versus the actual outcomes of what happens, because it doesn't even really pay off that much. It was just alright. It was okay. It was fun to watch it with Rachel though. I did love that part. JID released his new Jid released his new album God Does Like Ugly. It's a banger. It might be another excellent for this year. I have a big load of reviews out on it. Go watch that. It's amazing. Great features, great production. Jid always delivers with some great flows and some great concepts, great lyrics and great stories. Really a big fan of Jid. Go check out his album. It's awesome. I really like it. And apparently, God likes it too. Last thing, NFL preseason. Rachel and I watched so many NFL preseason games this week. I already talked about Broncos and Packers, but just go watch the NFL preseason. It's almost fall. Gosh dang it. Like, we gotta be ready. We gotta be ready for fall. So many good storylines. There was a game that ended in a tie. I don't know if, were there 2 games that ended in ties? I know one for sure. One, they might have kicked a field goal at the end. Somebody kicked a 70-yard field goal. This is going to be a great NFL season. I'm calling it now. There's going to be some fireworks. There's going to be some stuff going on, man. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up today's show. A little post-credit scene here. It's Rachel and I's anniversary, exactly 1 week from today. And I wanted to send Rachel this invitation for this Saturday. Rachel, DM me if you would like to accept or comment down below. And hopefully we can go to dinner on Saturday and exchange, some gifts on Tuesday. Have some fun times together. Anyways, I love you, Rachel. That's all the time we have for this week. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. Leave a comment if there's anything you'd love to see for next time. And most importantly, Rachel, I can't wait for you to come home. Like and subscribe.